right here, we're going on spring break. And spring break is a great time for families oftentimes to go on vacation and do different things. They might go different places. Where I live, oftentimes is a destination place. Orlando, Florida, right? A place where people are going to come to go to Disney World, or they're going to go to California. They're going to go to the mountains. They're going to go to the beach. They're going to do all different types of things. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because this week especially is prime time for the narcissist to pretend and put on a good face that he's going to be this greatest guy because he's going to have fun and he's going to do what he wants to do with the family, and then make it all turn to shit. And the reason why this happens is you'll see this happen around different times, right? You'll see this happen around different events. You'll see this happen around different key moments in life. Yeah, it could be spring break. It could be Valentine's Day. It could be your birthday. It could be your anniversary. But you're going to see this happen where the narcissist oftentimes will get triggered and will respond in a certain way to make your life miserable and make it a living hell around a certain time that it should be focused on someone else, or it should be focused on the family or having a good time. Why? A lot of times narcissists will do this because at the very base level, the attention is not all on him. The attention's on someone else. The attention's on the family. The attention's on you. The attention's on something that's happening, but the attention isn't 100% on him. It's a piece of literally being jealous of the limelight, being jealous of looking and having everybody focus on him. So oftentimes he'll figure out, what do I need to do to be able to get the focus back on me? Now, this could be in a grandiose way of like, let me boast, let me look really great, let me do all these amazing and grandiose things so that people look at me. Or it could be simply more on the covert side of, what do I need to do to get a trigger and response from another person so that they focus back on me? It doesn't have to be a positive, and it doesn't have to be a negative. It could be either one. The whole thing with narcissism is looking for a reaction and a response from you. That's what the narcissist is trying to do. That's what he's trying to do on a day-to-day basis. How does he get you to react or respond in the way that he wants you to react or respond? You see, if he can get you to react in a certain way, it proves to him that he's better than you. It proves to him that he's better, smarter, that he's in control of you and of the situation. He wants to be in control because if he's not in control, he loses the narrative. He loses the storyline. He loses his image of who he thinks he is to himself, who he keeps telling himself he is, and who he shows other people he is. So you might have this piece where you go out and you guys are having a great time. And then all of a sudden there's something that happens. There's drama, there's an issue, there's a frustration, there's something that all of a sudden boils up almost out of nowhere. And at first you're wondering, why in the world is he making such a big deal out of this? What is happening? What is going on? Why is this happening? And many times this will happen because the narcissist is not the center of attention. Easiest way to put it. He's not the center of attention. Now, if you look at this throughout your entire relationship with this guy, he's always been the center of attention no matter what. Even when you thought you were the center of attention, he was still making you get hooked to him so that he could still be the center of attention. Even when you thought that things were actually running okay or decent, he still had to be involved in everything and the center of attention. The problem with this is over a period of time, you start to realize that because you've been giving him all the attention, you haven't been giving you any attention at all. There's actually nothing left for you. There's no time, there's no energy, there's no money. Like, there's nothing that you can actually take time and effort for you simply because you give and give and give to him or to everybody else in your life. In fact, it's gotten so bad that you don't even know how to say no to other people. Having a boundary, that seems like a foreign concept because every time you've set a boundary, he's crossed it. Every time you've set a boundary, he's run right through it. And so you're stuck in this piece of like getting confused. You're stuck in this piece of like getting lost. And as a result, you're at this place that you think you have to give everything to him to keep the peace, to keep from walking on eggshells, to not break it apart, not to have him rage out on you. When the reality is, all he's doing is he's subconsciously training you to be submissive. He's subconsciously training you to be less than. He's subconsciously training you to be his servant and his slave. Which is why all of the focus has to go to him. None of the focus can go to you. And as a result, it gets to this piece where you get tired and you get discouraged and you get to a place where you no longer know who you are. You no longer have any like strength inside of that. There's no longer a piece that shows you who you are internally. So as a result, you give and give and give to him and to everybody else in your life, expecting him to change, expecting him to get better, expecting him to wake up, but he never does. Narcissists will ruin holidays, will ruin time away because the attention is not on him. The biggest problem inside of that is you get used to that. You cater to that. You give him all the time and attention. And as a result, you don't have any time for you. There's no time or space for you in the relationship, no time or space for you to show up at all. So as a result, you wither away, you shrink, you become less than, and as a result, you lose the version of who you are. I work with women who have lost themselves inside of a toxic relationship and who are tired of having a toxic guy dictate and control all of their life. They come to the place where they are tired of it and they want to break that physical, mental, emotional addiction of continuing to be with him and go back to him over and over and over again. Inside of that, they have to learn how to be able to break the trauma bond, eradicate the triggers, process their emotion, be able to release all of the hope so they can move forward inside of the healing process to be able to say no, to be able to establish healthy boundaries, and to also know who they are. If that's you and you're stuck in a toxic relationship, then it's time for you to change it. It's not going to change by him. It's going to change by you making a different decision for you. It doesn't mean in this moment that you have to leave him. I'm not even asking you to do that. What I'm asking you to do is to raise your hand and say, hey, I'm stuck in this. I need help and I need a plan to move forward. So what I want you to do is drop a comment down below with the word breakthrough. I'm going to shoot you a DM or I'll send you a link and we can chat. Because inside of this, you have to be able to see there's a plan, there's a path to get you out of the fog, the confusion that you're currently in. And if you're willing to actually take that next step for you, there's a path for you. Don't continue to sit in a toxic relationship, waiting for the next moment, waiting for the next event, for it to all fall apart. But instead, take the next step for you. So drop a comment down below and I'll send you a link because I want to be able to